He was questioning the jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Okay. No, when I start asking you questions, it's because I want to just get you to understand something. So I understand you want to like add a little bit to it. I heard all the rest of it. I just want to reiterate something to you because I just want to help you understand something. So you was challenging the jurisdiction, right?
Right.
Okay. Let me tell you why you failed. And I'm going to tell you why they gave you that ultra long, by the power of the authority. What did they say? The power, the authority, and me. What did he say?
Yeah, he said, well, since the legislature gave me the power to rule on this case, this is what I'm going to do.
Okay. You know why he said that?
I don't.
Okay. He said that because instead of just telling you what you did wrong, he told you the legislative gave me the power. So that's making you think that for on and on and on and on, he has power. So when you challenge jurisdiction, it got to be the first thing that you say when you go to court. You can't challenge the jurisdiction halfway through it when you're getting your ass handed to you. So I'm going to give you a quick example of how I found out. Atia LaShawn Bradley was suing. Before I went to school for law, she sued me. She said that she gave me $4,000 to buy my house. I subpoenaed her for her bank records. I said, this woman never even ever had $4,000, let alone to give me.
Right.
All that, you know how I lost? Because I lived in Pennsylvania, she sued me in New Jersey, and I answered it, and I even said to the judge, I don't even live here. After I was realizing that the judge was being arrogant with me and just being flagrant, I said, I don't even live here. He turned the paper around. He said, well, you answered the jurisdiction, so that gave me jurisdiction. When I went to school for law, I found out that when they say all rise, Judge Amina, swearing, you may be seated, the first thing that you have to say is not, I don't think the baby is mine, and I just want to challenge the jurisdiction. Nope, you messed up. The first thing you got to do is challenge the jurisdiction in the beginning. Once this starts getting momentum, you gave them jurisdiction by talking to them. So that I just want you to know that it's not about you. The such and such gave me the power. No, actually, he just should have said, "Well, thank you, dummy. You gave me the power because you didn't challenge the jurisdiction when it's first started." So go ahead.
Right. Okay. Well, let me rewind back to the first beginning because I also had all of that paperwork in. But okay. Now let me go. So after he said that, I'm like, $500,000 a year. Mm-hmm. I said, okay, I done got four. So as we going on into it, I mean, I started studying a lot about it, and I thought I knew enough to hold my own. I held my own enough, but I get frustrated real quick, and that was my downfall. So what ended up happening? So once he started swearing. Well, you swearing? No, I'm not swearing in, Judge. I'm not swearing in. Okay, so we get to the Q&A parts of it. The agent start asking me questions. I don't know what you're talking about. I object. She lying, y'all. I object. So he went to the mall, and she started. Well, yeah, we met up. Now, mind you, this case is in Arkansas. I live in Dallas, Texas.
Wow.
She did all of this after I moved. But hold on, check this out. In her testimony, she stated that she slept with 5 other guys. I said, objection, Your Honor. Well, how am I being singled out when she's saying right here that she slept with 5 other guys? So he started coaching her along in her story. I'm like, I'll see where this is going.
How long ago was this?
This was like almost 4 years now.
Wow.
And after that, well, yeah, we met up and did this. And then I'm like, Judge, since I've been in Dallas, I haven't been back to Little Rock no time soon. Because I am a Masonic. I'm a Mason, so we have our conferences, whatever. And within that time, I've probably been to Little Rock one time. That was our grand session, our business meeting, our annual business meeting. That was my first time being in Little Rock within a year since I moved back. So since I moved down. So okay, he said, "Well, He said, "Well, are you gonna take a DNA test?" I said, "Y'all, no, I'm not." I said, "You want my DNA? Get a warrant for it because I haven't committed a crime, and I want to know what probable cause do you have to have my DNA? Get a warrant for it. If you want it, get a warrant for it." Oh well, the court finds you the father of the child. I said, "Judge, how can you do this?" I said, "This is not right. I object to this." Then he started trying to slick throw me. Well, I'm gonna fight you. If you outburst one more time, I'm gonna hold you into contempt.
He said, "If you what?
If I blurt out one more time or object to anything else, he's gonna hold me in contempt." I said, "How? How can you hold me in contempt when I'm defending myself? She just told you she sat with 5 other guys. So why isn't these 5 guys here?" I said, "Man, you know what? Dude, just be quiet because you finna go there and your ass gonna go to jail."
Well, no, not well. You was on the right. You was on the right track. So you wouldn't have went to jail. They notice. See, you actually didn't listen to what the judge said, and the judge worded it real well. So you said you object, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the judge said, because this is what you just said. The judge said, if you blurt out one more time, right?
Right.
Okay. You see, one of the things that make me excellent at what I do is I'm an excellent listener. I will never, ever be caught up in a narrative of, well, you know what I meant to say. Nope. I say it, and it's right on point the first time. So the judge said to you, if you blurt out one more time. He didn't say, if you blurt out objection one more time. Because if he say every 2 words, you say, I object, he got to ask you why.
Right.
So he was smart enough to say, if you blurt out, but and you wasn't smart enough to listen to him say, if you blurt out, I objection, because you can say objection anytime, but you was not understanding what was going on. I've been, this is why when people listen to my videos, I have the answer for everything, because I've been through it. For 11 and a half years, I was fighting. I went to court over 60 times fighting. I done went and seen every scenario fighting. This is why I be scratching my head when people come on my videos trying to, oh, this ain't gonna work. Oh, this or that. Ain't no attorneys coming on my stuff saying it ain't gonna work. The only people that's coming on there saying this ain't gonna work are people that's scared and don't understand.
Right.
So that's why the judge said to you what he said.
Okay.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, you good. You actually explained it. You actually explained it to me because ever since then, I've been because at this time, because I think I got child support for my daughter. My mom played the game. I was young and dumb and didn't know nothing about what I know now. So once this case come about, I started. It's like I kind of fast tracked myself. I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know what I was doing at the same time. So it goes on. Okay, I'm here for child support. Okay, cool. So he said, well, I'm going to give a 5 days to the attorney. Well, now let me go back. When he started asking the mom the question, she fumbling over her words. The judge he basically coached her on how to articulate her words to come out. Because he even said the dates don't match up. You saying this on here, numbers not adding up. So what is it? Is it this day or this day? I said, Judge, I'll check. I said, you are
No. Hold on a second. Hold on. Because I want to just make sure that you do it right.
Mm-hmm.
When the judge is talking, you said I object, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. When a judge is talking and you say I object, you have to shut up yourself. You cannot say, Judge, I object. You blah 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 blah. That's not how that works.
Okay.
When you go to court and you execute right, that's when you get their fullest attention. This is why every time I went to court, I've always had their attention. Always. This is why when my dad died in 2008, and my mom lives in Florida in 2014, she got a letter from New Jersey. And it asked, are you blah, 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 blah? They said, yeah. They said, we got $31,000 for you in child support, but we couldn't find you. You need to come up here to New Jersey and you need to bring a state issued ID and the judge will release the funds. When my mom came up, I went with her and I called personally. When me and my mom went down there, they was like, well, you can't. And it was a gathering at the desk. I said, don't worry about it. I said, I'm Chris Smith of the League of Dads. I'll call. I called Judge Sally Floriana's assistant, Marianne. I said, Marianne, Chris Smith of the League of Dads. I got another problem. She said, how could I help you, sir? I said, I'm going to give you a case number. I took my mom's document and I said, case number XYZ, blah, 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 blah. She said, okay. She said my mother's name. I said, do you see the 4 kids? She said, yeah. I said, you see the Chris Smith on there? Yeah. I said, that's me. This is my mother. The next day, my mom went down there and got a check signed by the judge and was back down to Florida. So
basically what you're saying, I had the right mindset. I just
you were so excited. You were so excited. You say things and don't let it get. See, I was watching some sovereign videos when I was on a treadmill, and the one thing that I've noticed is the sovereign citizen, when they're pulled over, they talk a lot. You can't do this. I want a supervisor. I'm this. I'm that, and they just talking. The judge, I seen one video where the cop asked the dude step out of the car 50 times. 50 times. And you ain't gonna step out the car. No, you're gonna step out the car. I'm giving you a lawful order. And I said to myself, a lawful order, there's no such thing actually as a lawful order. A cop think that he's a cop, a lawful order. A lawful order, a cop can tell me to give him $100. He think because he's the law, that's a lawful order. A cop needs to understand that his job is to uphold the law, not sit there on the side of the road and create laws that we got to do. Turn your car off. You ain't got to turn your car off. There's no law to say you got to turn your car off. But they do that to control. I want to be in complete control. I'm going to tell him to do things so he can say no, so I can execute authority. So just calm down. When you go in there, just calm down. Stop with the extra. And when you say object, you got to shut up yourself. Objection stops testimony. So you can't stop testimony and keep talking.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead.
Then after that, I said, well, Judge, she just stated that she had multiple sex partners. Why am I on the one end? Everybody that she called, that she said she had them 5, all of them need to be in. Well, you need to submit to a DNA test, and I'm not until you get a warrant for it. If you want my DNA, get a warrant for it. Well, I don't have to. I said, okay. And I shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the child support attorney started asking the questions. I said, well, sir, I'm not in liberty of answering any questions. I'm not going to incriminate myself. Mm-hmm. I'm not answering any questions. I'm not here for that. I'm here for a term to be established. That's all we're here for. I'm not answering any questions.
Mm-hmm.
And it went on, and then the judge, we got back on her, and he started coaching her through. He was like, well, you saying this, but the paper is saying this. Which one is it? Is it this or this? She said it from, well, I'm sorry. Well, I'm just having a bad morning. Objection, Your Honor. What's your objection? I said, her having a bad morning had nothing to do with what we got going on now. Allow the mother to speak. I said, Your Honor, with my apologies, she has spoken. She's lying here, and she's lying under oath.
Okay. So, well. So here's the narrative of what it breaks down to. Excuse me. What I'm listening to, right? When you are dealing with this situation, you have no idea what that woman is going to say. Right? You have no idea. So when you went to court and found out that she had sex with 5 other guys, the mere fact that you had sex with a 2 invites you to the party. Right. So it honestly it don't mean anything. It don't bring any type of it don't excuse you from any of the narrative. And I'm only telling you that because what you're talking about, when you go into court and talking to a judge, what a judge like to always do is a judge like to know who he or she is talking to. And they know who he or she is talking to by how you testify. And when you start testifying about things that has no relevance, that's where you're going to find yourself in a position of not being taken seriously, because they're going to allow you to talk just enough to gauge you. So when you're in there and you're saying, hey, Your Honor, it sounds like it has some substance. It has absolutely no relevance. It don't. It has no relevance that she dated 5 other guys. And it doesn't, because there's a percentage of there that you have to be accountable for. Your percentage. Right. All right. So hold on a second. So if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying now that once they established or didn't establish, you telling me that right then and there inside that courtroom at that hearing, they declared you the father.
Yep.
And started taking child support.
Yep.
How long ago was that?
It's been going on. It'll be 4 years in September. It'll be 4 years in September.
All I have to say is wow.
And now what I did was I went back in, I reopened the case, and I filed I said, well, you know what? I'll go on and take a DNA test. Did that, and the attorney came back with equitable estoppel.
Say that again?
Stated that the attorney responded back to I filed a motion to stay pending results of a DNA test. So now, mind you, the case has been reopened almost a little over a year now. Now, it's almost December will be a year that the case has been reopened, and no movement has been on the case. So what I ended up, I filed the motion to stay pending a result of a DNA test. So the attorney comes back with his response. He wants sovereign, they got sovereign immunity, and they want to do equitable estoppel. The agency has no knowledge of whatever is going on. So I went back and looked up an old case that she had against her. Same thing with her husband. She went, did him the same way, and started taking money out of his checks and everything. And he filed and got DNA test. Found out the baby wasn't his. So I copy of the whole caseload, and I filed it in with my response back to his equitable stuff. I'm like, that's a lie, because the same attorney that was on my case was the same attorney that she had with her ex-husband at that time. So how did the agency not know? So I filed.
Hold on. How did the agency not know what? What should they have known?
The attorney that was on just only because they changed attorneys throughout every case. They changed it. This case and had 5 or 6 different child support attorneys on. So the same attorney that I had at first was the same attorney that did the child support case.
No. I got that part. You said they should have known. What I'm asking you for is the specifics on the known. What are you saying they should have known?
That she was already that she already had another case going. But this was something that I said. So I'm like, how did they not know that this case was not in here when this judge, the same judge and the same attorney was the one on this case? Mm-hmm. So how did the agency not know? I said, okay, well, I'm gonna file exhibits of this case to show that he's right. So I did that, and it's been sitting now for about 5 months now. Nothing has been done about it. And the judge that was on it at first, I sent him a letter, and he took himself off the case and transferred it to another judge.
Okay, so let me make sure I'm understanding you correct. Are you saying that she has another situation going on with another guy with that same child?
She had one with her ex-husband.
Had. So the case was closed. So when with the husband, the child wasn't his.
It wasn't his either.
Oh, so it wasn't yours.
I wouldn't have they won't let them take DNA test. I know it's not mine. I know for a fact it's not mine. After all this was going on, I was pissed off about this for a long time. So I said, you know what? Get yourself together and start digging. So one of my partners in Little Rock, his cousin works at the child support office. And she reached out to me. She's like, man, look, I do want to reach out to you, man, but I'm taking a chance on losing my job if they find out. But the reason they came after you is because at that time, I had a case in Tennessee where I was paying for my daughter. They pulled that case up. They pulled my job history up because I had a steady, I've always kept a steady job. And I paid my support on time. Mm-hmm. So they pulled everybody else that didn't have steady jobs. They never had steady jobs or steady income. And so they went at me because I have a steady income and I'm already paying, and I'm already on child support for my daughter. And I never been behind. So they went after me because of it. And come to find out, I can send you pictures of this. Honestly, mind you, I've never seen this child. Never seen him at all. No AOP, no nothing. I've never seen him. No, nothing about the child. Mm-hmm. But 5 pictures I've seen on Facebook.
So right now the case is just sitting at the county court.
Yeah, after I reopened it and filed that motion to stay, they responded back. No movement has been done on it. It's sitting there.
Hold on. So they responded with no movement have done. And so what did you do about that?
I'm stuck.
No, you're not. You're not stuck. That's the county court. There's a federal court. You're not stuck. So, what would be a good idea to do is what we would do here. Like I have to tell individuals, we're non-attorney spokespersons. So I have to say what we would do here. In a situation like this is what makes me, once again, very excellent at what I do is you're not excuse me, you're not filing you think you are. I'm gonna hit you with that.
Right. I agree with you.
Yeah, so check this out. Okay.
I'm just learning about it, so now
right.
I'm picking up as I go.
Beautiful. And I'm gonna help you pick up as you go. Well, picking me up is a good pickup. All right, so we'll say that. You up now, motherfucker. You up like a motherfucker shit. So let me tell you, you said you filed about 5 months ago, right?
Matter of fact, I can pull the case up right now and see when.
Okay, I'm on the roll though. 5 months ago, right?
Go ahead.
So 5 months ago, and they responded back to you. There has been no movement on the case.
No, after they responded.
That's just a yes, just a yes. Like I said, when I just okay. All right. So the reason why there has been no movement on the case is because 5 months has gone by and you didn't give the courts instructions, like the judge instructs the court. So this is why I tell individuals, I always scratch my head as to why when I say things, people be like, oh, that ain't gonna work. And I have done everything that I said I was gonna do. I tell people I've done it. So here's what happened. I had got a letter from 212 Washington Street in Newark, New Jersey to come to court for child support. The letter didn't have a court stamp. They mailed it to me. I wasn't served. It didn't have upward or downward modification. A person that understands law knows this. When you get a piece of paper from the courts, there needs to be a court stamp to certify its authenticity. You need to be served. In addition to that, saying modification doesn't say up or down. When you went to school for law, you're looking at this document and you're looking at wrong. So what I did was I sent the head family court, like I told individuals about this story, Judge Sally Floriana of 212 Washington Street, Newark, New Jersey. I have to do my dance. 212 Washington Street, Newark, New Jersey. I sent her a letter and I said, you sent me a letter telling me that I have to come to court for child support modification. I said, this is a violation of my constitutional rights because I can't prepare for modification without it telling me if it's either an upward or a downward. So you're trying to I don't know what I'm coming for. In addition to that, this letter doesn't have a court seal. So I'm questioning the authenticity of this document, this legal document. I said, now you got 14 days to answer me or I'll file an injunction in federal court. Pay attention to what I'm about to say. You got 14 days to reply and give me some understanding on this document, or I will file an injunction in federal court, and you can go and stand in front of a federal judge and explain to them why you're violating my constitutional rights. That's when I got a call, from Judge Sally Floriana's assistant, Elizabeth, calling me saying in a frantic manner, oh yeah, no, we sent it. No, it is a upward modification. We're resending the document now. Oh Lord, please don't. So when you tell me it's just sitting there, it's because you didn't give them any instructions. There's a higher court. The lower courts is licensed by the higher court to take care of their little stuff and all that. That's why all appeals are done in federal court.
Okay.
So that's how that go.
Well, let me say this right here. So after all was done, I got the order. This is gonna sound crazy when I tell you this. I look at the order. It has 2 different names on the order. It has my name for whatever it is, but it has a Charles Dixon as the guy to pay child support. I'm like, well, hold on, something about this ain't right. How you gonna make me pay child support, but on a legal document, you saying Charles Dixon is the one that has to pay this. So why are they coming after me when you got Charles Dixon on a legal document?
You have child what?
It's Charles Dixon. Charles. My name is Charles.
Oh.
The name that's on there for the pay child support name is Charles Dixon.
Gotcha.
I'm like, well, I'm not understanding it.
Okay. You said earlier you can pull it up. You have a Pacer account?
A Pacer, no. You can actually go on the actual website and pull up the case.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So what does it say on when you go look it up? Does it say the same inconsistencies there?
Yeah, everything you see there is the same way.
The name is spelled wrong?
The name on there is spelled wrong.
Hold on, okay. Okay. Are they garnishing your wages?
Well, I started this new job. My last job I had before that they were.
So hold on. So you're telling me that your job
they were garnishing my wages
on a legal document with the wrong name.
I'm going to tell you exactly what.
Got you. Hold on. How long was they doing that?
They did it for like maybe the job before that and the job after that. They did it for a total about maybe about 4 months. Well, hold on. They also levied one of my accounts. So that's why now everything that I have now, I have it going to my business account. So
how old is this child? How old is the child?
I think he's maybe 3 years old, 4 years old.
The child is 3 years old and they levied your account already? How much is the child support monthly payment?
Like $352 or something like that.
How much is the arrears?
It's like almost $11,000 now.
When did they do the levy? How much was it then?
It was last.
So at $350 a month, in 10 months, that's $3,500 a year. Then you got 2 more 350s. That's $700. That's $4,200 a year. Your child support is $4,200 a year. And when did the order go into place?
I'm gonna put it up right now. It went October the 10th, if I'm not mistaken, of 2020.
October the 10th of 2020. And they was taking some. So all total, you said they took 4 months from one job. How many months from the other job?
About 3. So it was a total about 7 months when they finally the total.
And when did they do the levy?
They did the levy on my account around right before they started punishing.
What?
Yeah. And they hit my account there for like $1,300.
What's the name of the bank?
It was Chase at the time. I had Chase at the time.
So they took money out of your account. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little story. I went to the bank and I just want to transfer some money. I want to transfer more than I was taken out. Let's just say that. However, with a name like Christopher is 11 letters. I had my ID on me. She had my ID in hand, but she was putting it in. I said, I have I got a credit card with that bank. He said, oh, just put that in there. Put it in there. Hand me my ID back, blah, blah, blah. She said, I didn't remember on your ID, but there is an R at the end of your name, right? And the clerk sitting next to her said, if it's Christopher, I said, yeah, they dropped the R. Anyway. How come she asked me a question for one letter missing and your bank took money with the entire name spelled wrong?
Okay, I got it right here.
I got you. Hold on. You see where I'm going with that narrative, right? So you don't see nothing like, so what would you, now that you know there was something wrong with that, where's your mindset on that? What do you think you would do?
I need to try to get my money back on this bank.
On what grounds?
That's one law right there.
Nah. Well, if you show, okay, if there was somebody with that exact name, and you went to a bank, their bank account, and showed them your ID, do you think they'd give you the money?
No, they won't.
Why not?
Because they're going to ask for a Social Security number.
No, because that's not the name. They ain't even getting that far. They ain't going no Social Security number. They ain't getting that far. If you got pulled over by the cops and told them that was your name, the name you gave me, but then you gave me your driver's license and it was your name, do you think they would say, why did you tell me your name was whatever you said the name was?
Gotcha. I didn't know what you're putting down, man. You actually what you talking to, because I was asking these questions.
I get it. I ask you questions because I'm trying to crack your brain open, because I'm trying to take you to that higher level of consciousness. I want you to get off the phone with me and feel like look back on the person you was before you called me and say, man, the hell with you. We going at this a little different. That's all. That's why I asked you, where's your mindset now? That's why I asked you that. I want you to be better off when you hang this phone up. That's my mission.
You already got me already. Okay, I got it right here.
My man.
Listen to this right here. Now, my name is Chauncey. The court finds that Chauncey D. Simpson is the father and parent of the following minor child of wedlock. Okay, now let me go down to number 7. The payer parent, Charles C.H. Now, my name is Chauncy. The payer parent, Charles Charles D. Dixon, owes a continuing duty of support to the aforementioned child per Arkansas.
So they call you the payer parent, right?
They call Charles D. Dixon the payer parent.
Okay. Why aren't they calling you the non-custodial parent?
Exactly.
I'm asking what. So they're calling you the payer parent. Why aren't they calling you the non-custodial?
I guess because I don't know. This is new.
No. Hey, listen. I've never heard that. I've been doing this 23 years. I've never heard the term payer parent. But the second you said it, it just jumped out at me. So I've never heard that. I've never heard payer parent. So they got you as the payer parent, not the non-custodial, because you're not. They putting you under the covenants of being a payer by simply titling you as the payer parent. That's how they making it legal. Well, who is he? Well, he's the payer parent. That's where that goes. So yeah, that like I said, I'm trying to get you to just look at this, look at it differently, because I've never heard the term payer parent. What? You said it earlier and it didn't ring on me until you just started reading that thing again and you said the payer parent, and I'm like, did he just say payer parent? Okay.
That's exactly what I'm saying here.
So
that's the point that stood out to me. I'm like, how can they make me pay child support and they got Charles that owes continuing? That's two different names. So why am I here and the guy Charles is not paying that? Why they coming after me? And this is on a document that's filed with the court. It's on record.
Well, I don't.
What's filed with the judge's signature.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it went over your head, but that your recourse is to you gotta get it up to the federal court level. I mean, that's what we would do here. I can't give you legal advice to tell you how to move forward, but the thing, excuse me, the one thing that I tell everybody is this: when you're fighting anything, that's why they say a legal defense costs a lot of money. You can't just sit down there and think that, oh, we're just going to do this and it's just going to do that. This is just, I'm going to just say this and say that. No, you have to arm yourself with all the right stuff to say. You have to get the proper coaching. You have to know the proper things. You have to know steps that you could take. You have to know all this stuff. When you just sit down there and say, I'm gonna file this for child support. You gotta understand that there's a method to proceeding and everything that they try to do. There's a course of action for it. If you just don't know this course of action, or you just sitting down there saying, man, that's messed up what they're doing. I didn't accept nothing. I didn't accept nothing other than the right thing. That's why I'm so educated, not knocking yours. I didn't sit down and take nothing. From the first letter that they sent me after my first hearing, I was on a mission to break their fucking face. And I did a very good job at doing that. I'm not sitting down there taking nothing. They sent me a letter with the wrong modification, and I threatened them taking them to federal court. So you're not doing nothing other than me and don't think you're going to break protocol on me. You're not breaking protocol on me. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Let me ask you a question right quick. So will me telling the judge to get a warrant for my DNA, will that be considered me withdrawing a DNA test?
No. Here's what I tell people. I was talking to a woman yesterday, doing a one-on-one with a woman yesterday. Here's what individuals like to do. I'm gonna break something down to you. You just asked me, with me not wanting to take a DNA test, what did you say? Did that what?
Do that consider as a withdrawal?
Is that considered a withdrawal? Okay, so lay it out for me. The judge said, you got to take a DNA test. And you said what?
No, he asked me, did I want to take one? I said, no, get a warrant for my DNA. Under the Fourth Amendment, I have a right. You have to, you have to get a warrant for my DNA if you want, because I'm not going to let them prove their case. If you want my DNA, get a warrant for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I fell asleep listening to you on that one, bro. Fell asleep on you on that one. So I'm joking with you. So here's what I'm saying. When you don't want to say something, don't feel like you beating your chest by saying something. What we do here is we just plead the Fifth Amendment to it. I'm not telling no judge, do you want to take a DNA test? Your mother got a big ass eye. She got a patch on one eye, and man, your mother ugly as hell. Hell no, I don't want to take that. No, I'm just gonna. If the judge say, do you want to take a DNA test? Your Honor, I plead the Fifth Amendment to any questions concerning DNA tests at this time.
Okay.
That's the legal way to answer the question. When you're in court, this is why they say, Your Honor, I want to treat him as a hostile witness, because you're answering questions in a combative state. You're answering questions like, do you want to take that? I don't want to take that. You boy, I'll knuckle slap you. No. They ask you questions. Your Honor, I understand the question in its entirety. However, you can even say, I was advised by counsel not to answer that question. Next question. It gives you a calm and controlled demeanor when you go at it that way.
Gotcha.
And a lot of people when they're in court, man, they be having this beat your chest narrative going on. I'd be like, I wouldn't do that. I go to court, man, like I'm clowning them. When I'm in court, they know, like, yo, this dude like being here. Yeah, I like being here. I told him one time when I was in there, I turned to my child's mom and said, next time, could you do me a favor? Could you tell these people who I am before you just gonna drag me down here? And I turned to the judge. I said, Your Honor, the next time the court send me a letter, could you have them send a key to the building? I'll be the first one here. I promise you that. This is like my second home. I love coming to court. And you know what they were saying to themselves, I'm sure? They were looking at me saying, yeah, we can tell. This is a game to you. Yeah. It's a game to me. Because it's a game to you. When you educate yourself and arm yourself, it becomes fun. It's not frantic. You ain't scared. You ain't none of that. It's fun. It becomes the best place to be to show off your skills.
So basically, my downfall was that I got frustrated and I started going outside of it.
It's normal. Don't yeah, but that's normal. I'm not going to tell you that it wasn't. See, when I travel around social media and I see individuals I'm 55. So when I was a kid, the term went sticks and stones might break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Now I see somebody be like such and such, and then they be like, you bitch ass nigga, and then man, fuck that, I ain't no bitch ass nigga, and they get shot all up for words. And I'm like, when did words bother you like that? So that's just what it gets down to. It's get down to the judge will ask you things to play on who you are. The judge will ask you things knowing it's going to just throw you further in the abyss. The problem with me is when I went to court, they would ask me questions and they were just running the brick walls. I told one judge one time, there isn't a person in this building that know more about law than me. The judge asked me one time, what was the extent of your law knowledge? I said, I'm not going to answer that. And the reason why I didn't answer that is because I knew what he would have said. Because I tell people I'm excellent at litigation. When you ask me a question, in a fraction of a second, I can tell you why you asked the question and where you want to go with it. So when he asked me, what is the extent of your law knowledge? I said, I'm not going to answer that. But I knew what he was at because he would have been like, well, I'm a judge. I'm higher than that. That's what he would have said. But I answered him like this. I said, I'm not going to answer that. But it seems as though the court have a problem with anybody that understand the law higher than stop on red and go on green. If you know anything about the law other than that, y'all seem to have a problem with them. You're going to have to forgive me, Your Honor, for understanding the laws in which I am governed by. And he was like, this mother, you can't write a better script than that. You never heard that on TV. You never heard that nowhere. But that's what I said to a judge.
So what I have going on now, because the way that I'm understanding it now, it's like the only option I have now to do is take a DNA test, in which I'm trying to do that now, and it's like,
say that again. I'm sorry. Say that again.
I said so basically because I've been asking questions and doing my research and trying to understand it better. But like I tell, I was dealing with this guy and I told him, I said, well, man, look, I am a mechanic. I can. It'll be for only so long. This is your expertise. Let me know. Give me a test and let me study. That way I can get proficient because I'm a mechanic. I don't focus on that.
Right, and that's fair. No, that's fair. That's a proper assessment. So what you said something before that. You said, so my only what? Say that again.
I said so. I called it back. I said so. Basically, my only option, my only out to get this over with is take a DNA test. He kind of so real, you know. I said, just keep it real with me. He said, well, basically, yeah. I'm like, but with all of this, I said, did you actually look at my order good? And
who was you saying this to? Who was you saying this to?
I was dealing with a guy named Chris Henry from China Court Made Simple.
Okay. And what did? Okay.
He be so busy doing stuff. I mean, he a good dude. I mean, he is.
So hold on. So you spoke to somebody and they said your only recourse is to take a DNA test.
I asked him when I said, so my only way out of this is by taking a DNA test, right? He said, well, I'm not gonna say that. Let me look through your case again. Let me break it all the way down. Look at the order, break it all the way back down again, and see what's in to see what options you have.
And who is this person?
Chris Henry.
Okay.
He on YouTube. China Court Made Simple.
So okay. So ask me the same question. Go ahead.
I'm like, okay.
Ask me the same question.
Man, so basically, my only way out is to take a DNA test, right?
Are you out of your damn mind? Did you hear anything that I said to you?
I know you told me to answer your question, so I answered.
Okay. No, so with all the wrong that was done, a DNA test is the answer?
I know it's not.
My man, hold on. Let me finish. So I didn't look at your case. You hired me for a one-on-one consultation. And based on everything you said, there's a lot wrong. Now, I'm going to tell you what I said. Now, I heard what I said because I was sitting here when I said it. I said I would kick the matter up to federal court. That's what we would do here. That's what I said. And then you can say this, and this is done wrong. Hell, the order on my name. How is somebody going to say I need to relook at your case and take a DNA when your name is spelled wrong on a paper and everybody else win when the legal paper is written up wrong? If I had a lease, if the cops had a warrant for 115 Apple Street and they went to 151 Apple Street and kicked the door in, they would be in trouble. Legal documents have to be prepared correctly and have to be on point. So how does all this wrong you got, like your stuff is dripping wrong. I took a nap like twice when you were talking. I took a nap, and I don't take naps. The shit. And so this is why I told you, it's not going to be easy. You have to say this and this and this is wrong. I got enough material. I got enough content for a higher court to look at this and say, this don't fly.
Okay. Because I've been saying this for the long, like some about this is not right. I've been saying this.
And nobody told you to kick it up to the federal court?
Everybody that I talked to, I talked like 3 or 4 different people. They're like, well, man, they really don't mean this because they got your name as the start name. By them having another name on there, they really don't mean it. I'm like, hold on, this shit ain't right, man. How can they have my name on there? Somebody else's name saying that they're the one that I pay tax for. But I'm the one paying the shit. They got somebody else's name on. I said, something about that ain't right, man. I know something about that ain't right. I can look at that and tell it's not right.
So hold on. So let me ask you a question. Would you agree with me if the cops got a warrant for 115 Apple Street and go kick in the door of 151 Apple Street? They're wrong. You would agree to that?
Yeah, they're wrong.
Okay, hold on. So how is not having the right name on a legal, quote unquote, legal document? How is somebody garnishing your wages? How is somebody taking out money out of your bank account? How is that even possible?
Exactly. I know it. When I thought I said it's wrong. When I thought I'm like, man, this shit ain't right. I said, I'm like, this is not right. But like I said, I'm just getting into it, so it's a lot of stuff that I don't know. So I'm like, well, damn, I know some can be done. I know I'm looking at this. I ain't just going to man on earth. Like I said, I'm a mechanic. But I can look at this and tell this shit is not right. They got my name on one thing. They got a car on line number 7 St. Thomas. I know this ain't right.
Right. Okay. All right.
But my biggest thing is trying to put it on paper to where I can articulate, to where I'm like, okay, this is what I'm standing on. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I need to do. That's the point I have problems with. I'm like, okay, so how do I do it? Well, man, you do this way. You do this way. Well, now, but that ain't gonna work. I'm like, damn. If somebody just tell me stuff, man, so I can know where I need to start fishing and looking at.
Gotcha.
Because everybody's telling me different stuff about how to do this. Every case.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and put a bow on this thing here, and I just want to tell you guys, I appreciate you guys for listening. Hey, listen, share my videos, hit that like button, subscribe, and I will definitely catch you guys on the next one. Later, y'all.